You see me do back-to-back reviews with 2 movies. You see me do a triple feature, doing 3 movies in one big vid of a review. Now it's time to do 4 this time, as I get ready to talk about the Halloweentown Quadrilogy, which aired on Disney Channel. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to y'all as the Big D. Now, that little intro, that was not me doing the Crypt Keeper again. That was, kind of a witch intro, not Crypt Keeper. So, please, I trust you'll understand. But anyway, back again with another video. This time around, I bring to you a whopper. I'm going to be reviewing all 4 movies in Disney Channel's Halloweentown Quadrilogy, which I recently did a marathon of it on Disney+. So, let's talk about the first one, Halloweentown. Now, I'm going to try not to give the whole movie away for all of these, okay? Because I don't want to take a long time with this video and what have you, because this might take a long time to get uploaded, so I didn't want that to happen. Anyway, Halloweentown originally premiered in 1998 on Disney Channel. The film stars Debbie Reynolds, Kimberly J. Brown, and Judith Hoag. And of course, our main character is a 13-year-old girl named Marnie Piper, that's Kimberly J. Brown, along with her mother Gwen, played by Judith Hoag. You may know April O'Neil from the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I know somebody else played her in the second and third movies. Well, plus Marnie's siblings, 12-year-old Dylan, played by Joy Zimmerman, and 7-year-old Sophie, played by Emily Ross. Piper and her mother are arguing over why she and her siblings can never go out for Halloween. Can't go to a friend's costume party or anything. However, Gwen's mother, Agatha, or Aggie for short, that's Debbie Reynolds, shows up for her annual visit on Halloween. Now, secretly, Aggie and Gwen are witches. But Gwen's determined to live the simple, moral life instead. However, Aggie is intent on training Marnie as a witch, because, well, she learns that. Anyway, she reads in the story of Halloweentown, a mystical place where witches, vampires, and monsters of all sorts live in peace. Anyway, Sophie points out a drawing of a witch that actually bears a strong resemblance to Marnie. After she leaves, the kids, Gwen and Aggie get into a bit of an argument with Marnie, who was eavesdropping, what have you. But soon, Marnie makes a getaway and decides to take a chance and go to Halloweentown to be with her grandma and learn to do her training, what have you. Now, apparently, they actually have to try and do a little something to prove that she's an actual witch and all that jazz. But her siblings, unfortunately, follow as well. But anyway, in Halloweentown, they encounter all sorts of characters, including Calabar, the mayor of Halloweentown, who also happens to be our main antagonist. That's my only little advisory, and he was actually, the boyfriend to Gwen, as a matter of fact. We also have a skeleton with a bad sense of humor, Benny, voiced by Reno Romano. I've heard that name somewhere. I think that's the guy who voiced Spider-Man, the Spider-Man games on the PlayStation 2, and I believe he was also young Bruce Wayne, aka the Batman, in the 2004 The Batman cartoon, as a matter of fact. I'm pretty sure, yes. Let's see. And Well, they get into all sorts of mischief and what have you. So apparently, they also encounter Luke, who, well, is actually looking like an actual human, but, well, he's a goblin. Now, Luke is played by Philip Van Dyke. hmm And, well, now, no relation to certain other Van Dykes you probably know and heard of. Sorry. But anyway, I'm going to have to say everything takes a turn for the worse, especially when Gwen catches up as well. Very upset and what have you. But soon, Calabar reveals his true nature and turns Gwen and Aggie into statues anyway. So they manage to try and get ingredients for a potion and return to normal after they try to place this here talisman, Merlin's talisman, and put into the large jack-o'-lantern in the center of town to defeat it. But anyway, I'm not going to try and tell you how that goes. You just need to watch the movie. So I'm not going to spoil the ending because I'm not going to spoil much of these movies. But anyway, from what I've seen, I think Halloweentown's not too bad. I have seen this, I'm sure of it. It's been years though, but I gave it a second chance. I like it now. I love the performances from the cast, and I love the music for this, which was done by Mark Mersbaugh. You may know of the band Devo, and also well, the composer for music for other shows such as Pee Wee's Playhouse, Rugrats, and the Wild Thornberries. Anyway, yeah, I'd recommend Halloweentown. Okay, next up is 2001's Halloweentown 2, Calabar's Revenge. Now, Now we have the same characters back, the same actors: Kimberly J. Brown, Debbie Reynolds, Judith Hoag, Joy Zimmerman, Emily Rosk, and Philip Van Dyke. But we also have a new character, Cal, the son of Calabar, played by Daniel Kuntz. Now, Mersbaugh is back, who co-composed the music. But anyway, now Marnie's just spent 2 years with her grandmother Aggie, and well, she tries to impress a new boy named Cal. But soon Aggie notices unwelcome magical symptoms, so she and Marnie travel to Halloweentown to investigate and fix the problem. But as it turns out, it seems that Cal is behind the whole thing. But anyway, not only that, Halloweentown and a lot of its inhabitants are all look like they're in a black and white movie or something. This has been known as the Gray Spell. But boy, they have to try to find the cure to get it back, and well, with the help of of course from let me see, from Luke, they try and go back in time to try and stuff like that, and try and counter the well-known junk magnate of the universe, Gort, who acquires lost items from both realms. But soon they manage to try to get this, and soon, well, Sophie and Neil realize that this guy Alex, who is believed to be Cal's father, Calabar in disguise, is actually a golem intended to distract Gwen at a high school Halloween party. But, well, after a few mishaps, they managed to get the spell right and what have you, and get everything back to normal. Boy, I gotta tell, when they confront Cal, I gotta say it was really something. This had some pretty good stuff in it. I'd say, yeah, I'd recommend this one as well. Halloweentown 2 Calabar's Revenge. It's just as good as its predecessor. It just has well, it only had a tiny bit of a mishap for me, but it's hard to explain because I think I've only seen a little bit of this one, though. But anyway, the music's real good. The cast is great, just like before, so yeah. And the story's good too, just like its predecessor. Okay. Yeah, recommend it. Next is 2004's Halloweentown High, aka Halloweentown 3. This is when I had mistakenly thought this was a spin off movie, but I was wrong. I never did see this one until just now in my marathon. Now, again, we have the whole cast back, with the exception of some new faces, including Lucas Grabeel, who would later go on to play Ryan in the High School Musical trilogy, and plus a lot of other new characters. Now, this was actually originally intended to be the final entry of the series, but however, they produced a fourth film. Unfortunately, this was also Kimberly J. Brown's final outing as Mari Piper. Now, the previous year before this, she was actually on the big screen playing Steve Martin's daughter in Bringing Down the House. I'll review that sometime down the road. I'm willing to do that. But the rest is back. Debbie Reynolds, Judith Hoag, Joy Zimmerman, and Emily Rusk. Let's see. We also have Finn Wittrock, Clifton Davis. Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Um, Alessia Rowland, Todd Michael Schwartzman, Jesse Harward. Wow, the list goes on. Anyway, Marnie prepares to begin a new school year, and she asks the Halloweentown Council to work toward openness between Halloweentown and the moral world. And she proposes bringing a group of Halloweentown students to her own high school in the moral world. Well, they were initially apprehensive, but mostly due to the legend of the Knights of the Iron Dagger, a fanatical order of knights who wanted to destroy all things magical. However, they agreed to accept the plan after Marnie mistakenly bets all the Cromwell magic that her plan will work. If not, yeah, if she doesn't do it right, if she doesn't prove she's right by midnight on Halloween, then her entire family will lose their magic abilities. So anyway, with her Graham's help, they managed to get on the action. And with a group of the monsters now dressed in costumes as ordinary humans, they act like an exchange group. Mari being a tour guide and claiming that those kids are from Canada. Once there, the fun begins. I gotta tell you. Now, apparently, boy, there's a lot here. Now, apparently, Marnie's developing a relationship with Cody, a new student. But however, romance is about to blossom between Aggie and the school's principal, Phil Flanagan. Well, Aggie suspects Cody of being the cause of the trouble that's been going on and tries to convince Marnie to halt the relationship. But anyway, Edgar Dalloway is the head of the Witches Council, and for one of the students, Ethan, that's Lucas Crabeel, is behind the whole thing. He's the real root of the problems. He wants to keep Halloweentown isolated from the moral world and use Flanagan to ensure the failure of Marty's project. Oh, wow. Well, they managed to do a little something for a carnival, high house, and well, it doesn't do so well until Dalloway launches magical attacks. But, well, they managed to stop him and, well, try to, well, to well, I'd better not mention that. Well, I could say that learned that his son Ethan had helped with most of the things, but one but when Marty's mother has shown the evening's events to the council. And so that's it. That's all I'm going to tell you. You'll know the rest when you see this. I gotta say, this was a good movie. Not almost close to as good as the first one, but I think it's a close to as good as close to being good like the second one though. Anyway, and Kenneth Burgomaster now takes over the music, but it's still reasonable enough. So yeah, I think Halloweentown High is worth looking into. Yeah, you ought to check it out. And finally, here's 2006's Return to Halloweentown. Now, this was the final installment. As now, Marnie's back, but unfortunately, this time she's played by Sara Paxton, who earlier that same year appeared in the underrated family flick Aquamarine, which, if you've not seen my review of, check it out. Anyway, this time she's going to college where her brother Dylan, who once again is played by Joy Zimmerman, at Witch University in Halloweentown, where dark forces try to control her magic. Now, Lucas Grabeel and Judith Hoag are back. Debbie Reynolds appears a little bit, but not a whole lot. Unfortunately, Sophie is not in this, played by Emily Rose, but is mentioned, however. So anyway, and this became the first Disney Channel original movie franchise to produce a fourth installment. I mean, a lot of those others have already gotten three. Take Descendants, for instance. Yep. Anyway, now this time around, Marnie, who's 18 now, decides to forego her original college plans and attend Witch University in Halloweentown. She's offered a full scholarship for her good deeds and for her work the previous years. Much to her mother's dismay, of course, Marnie goes, and Dylan's reluctantly forced along by Gwen to keep an eye on her. But the school is not what it seems, as witches and warlocks can't use magic. Instead, they learn about Shakespeare and old magic history. Marnie had thought she would learn how to use her magic and is now crestfallen. She runs into Ethan, once again played by Lucas Grabeel, who, of course, had recently done Ryan in High School Musical, which came out earlier that year. And makes a new friend in Anissa the Genie, played by Summer Bashil. But unfortunately, she makes 3 new enemies in the form of the Sinister Sisters, Scarlet, Sapphire, and Sage. And believe me, they are just a bunch of meanies. And they're the daughters of Silas Sinister, with whom Dylan is immediately infatuated with. Yeah. But anyway, she discovers she's responsible, but however, soon the classes are born for Marnie until she uncovers within the dungeon of the college a box with the name S. Cromwell. So she meets with Miss Periwinkle, played by Millicent Martin, for an explanation. Learns that the S stands for Splendora. They couldn't find a way to get that open, what have you. But they learned that the box contains the gift, a magical power only a Cromwell can use, which Splendora locked in the box centuries ago. Well, the Sinister Sisters continue to go with their maniacal schemes and what have you. Marnie later travels to the past to meet Splendora, who is also played by Sara Paxton, yeah, and learn about the true nature of the gift. But Marnie realizes that her principal of the school and Dr. Grog are in the Dominion, and Splendora bestows upon her the key to the box. And Splendora is revealed to be Just a slight spoiler. A young version of Aggie. But anyway, let's see. But soon Chancellor Goodwin steals the gift for the Dominion and the censor to take over Halloweentown. And apparently, Marnie is forced to join him. But with the help of our new friends, they managed to stop them. And let me tell you, those people who were just turning out to be baddies are in for a rude awakening. Yeah, I won't tell you who did that, but you'll know when you see if you're not seeing it. So the cast was pretty good. It was kind of a disappointment that we didn't get the others we saw in the last movie. And it is a shame that Kimberly J. Brown didn't return. Sara Paxton does a factually good job on Mari, but not quite as good as Kimberly J. Brown though. But she does her extreme best. But the rest of the cast is pretty good. I mean, and how they get contacted by their mother. Yeah, Mari and Dylan. Oh wow, it's just absolutely funny. That was a few my few good aspects about this, but it's sort of my least favorite of the franchise. Though, but I didn't have any problems with it. It's not a bad movie at all. So, would I recommend this one too? Well, yeah, sure, go ahead. If you're a completionist of Halloweentown, I'd say yeah. So anyway, that's all I can say. I would do a ranking, but I've got it all figured out. 4, Return to Halloweentown. 3, Halloweentown High. 2, Halloweentown 2, Calabar's Revenge. 1, Halloweentown. Enough said. End of story. Okay, so what do you think of the Halloweentown Quadrilogy? Which one's your favorite? Tell me what your favorite Halloweentown movie is in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button below. Subscribe to my channel as well and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of a real spooktacular classic, Casper, which turned 25 this past year. Thanks for watching, and also, I'm now up to 245 subscribers. Thank you again. I just need 5 more to reach 250. And then maybe a Q&A coming up. I don't know yet. But anyway, thanks again for watching, and if you like this, you can check out some of these other fun-filled flicks that you can enjoy. Now, I'll give you some good ones. Now, for some fun ones for their whole family, go to the upper left-hand corner for my recent spoiler-free review of A Babysitter's Guide to Monster Hunting. Or if you want some more Halloween fun, go to the upper right-hand corner and see my review of It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, which unfortunately is no longer going to be showing on network TV now. Well, you probably already know the stories, and if you want some more Disney spooktacular fun, go to the bottom left-hand corner for my recent back-to-back review of Frankenweenie, both live-action short film and animated versions from 2012. And the bottom right-hand corner is a button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya.